What's up, guys? We're in Seattle. We are heading to Chicago for the anti-aging A4M, American Academy of Anti-Aging Metabolic Medical Institute. We're there for a bioidentical hormone therapy conference, and it's the first time that we're actually doing this, so looking forward to it. It's how we roll, first class, baby. What's up, y'all? I'm in Chicago. I've got a bit of a rant for you today, this morning. You know, recently I had one of my ex-employees, I saw one of his ads online, and it was something that he kind of learned from what I was doing. But the ad was about running your own business. Here's where I got the problems. I don't care if you run ads. I don't care if you take my stuff and go and do it. The success rate of somebody leaving my office and going and doing it themselves has been like 0. And what I mean by that is I've had employees come, they take my stuff, they take my materials, they take my philosophies, they take everything, and they think that they can go run their own business. But the reality of it is that you're not capable of doing it, and I'll tell you why. It's because you haven't put your own money in and you haven't failed at something first. So you take what I've done and where I've failed, and then you go out and you try to build it yourself. And it doesn't work like that. You have to take action and do it yourself in order for you to succeed. And now this guy's teaching somebody else. He's saying that, hey, I'm going to teach you how to run your own business, how to do this, how to do that. And it's like, what qualifications do you have? And unfortunately, it's a norm out there. Like, people are coming out, they get a little bit of a success or even no success whatsoever, and they're saying, hey, I can teach you on how to run your own business. And that's one of the biggest things that sucks about the internet, is because there's a lot of bullshit that's going around. And so this person is going out there and trying to teach people, taking their money and trying to teach people how to run their business when they have no clue on what it feels like when you lose everything and you're sitting there struggling and trying, you know, taking from credit card to this, to this, to this, and trying to make things work and actually make it happen. And then overnight, letting everything getting taken away from you again. And then you're stuck one more time trying to rebuild it up back again. And I've done that. And that's the reason why when people come into my office and they are employed by me and then they leave thinking that they can do it again, they always fail. If you're gonna go out and do it, here's my recommendation. And I support you in anything that you do. But if you're gonna go out and do it, go and build your own business first, and then show us what you've done with your own business, and then take one other person and show us what you're gonna do for their business. And then start running advertisements on, hey, maybe I can help you run your own business, or maybe I can help you make a few adjustments in your business. But, you know, until then, don't even frickin' do it. You know, you can't take any class, you can't take any workshop that is gonna prepare you on how to run your business. You cannot relate to other business owners, the ones that are real and true and have spent all their money trying to make a go of this thing, and how they feel when they're up late at night, 6 in the morning, 5 in the morning, 4 in the morning, they can't sleep, they're worried about their funds, they're worried about their finances, they're worried about everything in their life. You cannot relate to them, and until you can, in my opinion, you're not qualified to teach anybody on how to run a business. So what's up, man? How did your day go today?
It went well. I thought everyone talked well, and everyone was really interested in hearing what we have to say. What I found frustrating was the fact that, just really simply, is that everyone wanted to like get more information, but then when it came down to committing to something, like, I don't know, having a free phone call,
yeah,
it was almost too much. It was like, no, I didn't come for that.
But you know what? That's what we're here for. That's what we do. That's what we pay to be here for. We pay to get in front of them, right? There's nothing wrong with that. I had a girl yesterday that would call me, and she's like, Bob, she's like, people are signing up for stuff, and they're not taking my calls. And you know what she said? She's like, I'm like, how many times did you call them? She's like, once. And I'm like, you got like 30 leads, so you just called them once? She's like, yeah. They gave you permission to call them.
Yeah. I don't know, my view of a lot of this stuff is just like, you may as well like fight for it, right? I mean, you may as well just keep calling them and getting there.
Somebody else is gonna take it. We might as well be us.
It may as well be you.
MJ Steakhouse. Game of Thrones.
Hey,
Gonna be a blast.
I'm gonna bust it out and say Game of Thrones is awesome.
Game of Thrones. But that's fine, that's okay if people want to watch that shit, whatever. But don't complain about your life then. Don't complain that you don't have any money. Don't complain that you can't do anything.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
And so when people say, well, I don't have the time, that's a bunch of bullshit. You do have the time, you're just prioritizing your time differently. Screw work-life balance and just work to get yourself out of that shit.
That's a very fair concept.
And then have some work-life balance.
If you spend the majority of your time working really hard, the time you have off is that much better because you work so hard. It gives you that opportunity to be able to do that.
What's up, guys? I am out here. It's Saturday morning. It's about 9 o'clock, 8:30 in Chicago. I'm going into Premier Point Home Health. They've got their whole staff here because they can't convert. And that's one of the biggest things when you're making the transition from insurance and you want to start adding cash-based services to your practice. The biggest thing is training your staff on how to convert those patients into cash. It's a completely different ballgame, and when you start down that road, you'll get frustrated if you don't start to actually spend some time on scripting, on processes, on specific systems that are going to make the whole process easier, right? And so I think that's very, very important. So I'm going to go in there. There's probably about 30 or 40 people that are going to be in there. I'm going to go in there. I'm going to train their whole staff on how to create the systems. We'll probably create some systems for them, and the services that they provide are definitely needed, and people are asking for it, but they just don't know how to find it. And it's about positioning. It's about how you put your message out there, and it's about how you convert and how you read people and all that kind of stuff. And so I think it's very, very important that we get after it today and show these people how to convert their patients into cash and how to separate themselves from everybody else. So I'm here in Chicago with the staff of Premier Point, and we just went over 2 hours worth of sales and marketing conversations, I guess, right? Training, you know? So let me hear it from you guys. What do you guys think of it?
Very, very good. Awesome. Very helpful.
Come on, let's hear it. Come on. What's up, guys? We just finished up at the A4M Anti-Aging Conference. It's one of our first times that we've actually did that conference, and turned out really well. Actually, we kind of killed it, and had a great meeting with a clinic that we work for, Premier Point Health. You know, they had their whole staff out there, trained them on how to convert patients, take them from an insurance base to cash base, and it was really, really cool. And so I'm hanging out in Chicago right now at the airport, about to head home for a day, and then I'm back going to Phoenix, and then I'm in Boston, and I just found out some really, really cool news that I will be presenting in Waikiki November 5th, 6th, and 7th, which is really cool because it's one of my favorite spots in the whole world. So I'm excited about that, and I'll be in Boston, LA, Vegas, Waikiki, and so really, really things are starting to ramp up and pick up, and I'm super excited and super stoked. So, you know, never in my wildest dreams did I thought we'd be doing this, but you know, you work hard, you get what you put in, man, and that's all that matters.
You gave me a challenge, Bob.
I gave you a challenge?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So, embracing change, right?
Yes.